AFL Central Murray, and we are here to talk netball. Big and exciting round one coming up, and we're here, Been and Gone, one of our sponsors of the Central Murray Football Netball League. Wes does fantastic drive-away coffee or drive-in coffee. Gnomes?
Nice to see you again, Jock. Here it is, season 2017, before we know it.
I know, it's going to be a massive season, and you'll be again on Netball Central this year.
Yep, start up on air, of course, on 3SH on Saturday morning. So looking forward to that. We've got some new coaches in our league, so they'll be in the hot seat in the booth, which is exciting too, because it just gives netball a new voice, and we learn all about our new coaches and who's at the helm at each club.
Okay, so let's talk 2017 and go through the clubs. Barranald.
Barranald.
How are they going to go? I know they've got some shortage there of players in the junior grades, but they do a fantastic job. You see Bianca Chatfield there recently was great for the club, and I heard it was a fantastic day for them.
That's a big effort by Bianca to get up to Barranald. She probably didn't know where Barranald was, but she's probably put it on the map a little bit for Netball Victoria, but that's fantastic to see. Word on the streets, I have run into their coach, which is Casey Jess. She's doing alongside somebody else to help her through that. We're covering Barranald early, but they are my big call. I think they made some massive inroads into 2016 season, and they put some great kids out on the court as well. They've got not so much junior depth, but their experience in with their very young girls in their A grade. I'm picking them for top 5 already, and we haven't even started.
Well, that's good. That'd be great for Barranald. And,
I watched them. I picked them in a couple of games midway through last season, and they got up and won those games. But I'd seen them and their progression through that season, so I'm thinking that they're going to carry that through to this season.
Now let's travel down to Tullybuck Menang. They've all been in about there. I know Mel Waite and the girls have got them going. How do you think Tullybuck Menang will go this year?
Look, you'd pick them in your top of the competition as well, I think. Julie Wardle being the legend she is, all word is that she has totally retired. I know we've talked about that in the last couple of seasons. Yep. She's bopped up on the court. I think she has gone away from the club in a playing capacity, but her experience will still be around the courts and stuff. But she's a huge loss. But they've got some great juniors. They had great under-17s the last couple of years as well at Tullybuck Menang, and I'm looking forward to seeing them on the court as well. Under the leadership, I guess, with Mel Wade, her experience, all of that as well, they've teetered away at trying to get to the top of the mountain. They've been there. They haven't quite come home with the cookies, as much to say, but they'll still be up there and about. They're still competitive.
Naya.
Yep.
They were a big improver in 2016.
I cringe when you say Naya because...
I know Carly Marie, and I watched them closely, Naya, and she has got them raring to go. She's
drilled them. She's a hard taskmaster. Coach Clarkey, a favourite of mine on Netball Central too as well. But she has got them cracking. She's got a young group. She's had a couple of turnover of players in their attack end and so forth, but she's got a couple of girls coming back from injury as well. And I'm looking forward to her leadership and stuff again. I think her first test-up game against Swan Hill Saturday night at the night game will be really interesting, and I might just have to make my way back there to watch that one.
Now, Warraneen.
Yep.
The reigning premiers, Warraneen. Mm-hmm. They've been very successful 2 years.
2 years straight, back to back. Yep.
Can they make a three-peat?
I guess that's in their hands. The destiny is in their hands. They've got every chance to do a three-peat, which would be absolutely remarkable. I think in the past there's only been Tintinda clubs to be able to do that, Swan Hill, and that's going back in the last 20 years. So they've been the reigning champions as such in backing up their prowess on a court. It's all there. There's a change of coaching. Hayley Siddons comes in there and takes over Tessa Burton. Tessa will still be a formidable force on the court as that court leadership, but that change is good. A couple of players have left that premiership side, but they are replaced by some up and coming guns. They've played enough role on the sideline, as in Olivia Jones, Jaya Blanthorne. They are ripping young ladies. They are now in that senior base, and they've got a hell of a lot of experience for young people. So, yeah, it's in their hands to do. It's a tough ask. Not many clubs can do that. Yep. It's there for the taking if they want it.
Tintinda.
Yeah.
The Bulldogs. They've always been about there. Yeah. They're a really strong club.
Very.
And you've been there before.
Yeah, I have. I know their culture. It's an amazing culture.
Big year for Tintinda this year.
Yeah, haven't spoken in depth with Coach Hannah Bice, but she is back at the helm, and she's picked a couple up. Bridgie Osterberry's come across to there from playing out of Central Murray League for a couple of years, so she's back in there, which is really good. Zoe Spence-Benfield, she's the big gun for me. She made a bit of an impact in finals last year in A-Res and stuff as well. Laura Anderson will come into that A-grade group as well. They've got some experienced heads in there. Our reigning BNF league winner, Tegan Laurie, Emma Smith, Kate Morrison.
Yep.
Those girls know how to win games. They know how to win pressure games, and they know how to teach those young girls very quickly how to win a game. So
well, I've had
they're up there.
Some text messages from Jack Clark. She says, "Chock, what's going on? I win the top goal shooter and you take it away from me." And unfortunately, Jack, that's just the way it happens.
Oh,
but
bad luck, Clarky.
she'll be real strong up forward.
Look, you put 2 tall timbers, as we've seen in our interleague selections last year, and the success we had from that, and Jack Clark was part of that. You can work a goal circle with 2 tall timbers, and having her, Zoe Spence-Benfield, and the experience and the class of Jack Clark in there to help Zoe do that, that's hard work for defenders. So
now,
good contest.
Now Swan Hill, last year's runner-up.
Yep.
They'll be eager to get back on in 2017 and try to redeem themselves.
God, Swan Hill, they just keep coming and coming and coming.
They do.
Their class is outstanding, and Mads Nolder, their coach, will be back on the court. And look, whether you're an opposition player or an opposition club, I've always said it, you'll pay good money to go and watch class like that back out on a court. Included in that class, Kelly Stanger. She's back into the Central Murray League, which I think is a win-win for our juniors. I think it's a win-win for Swan Hill. And if you've got a spare bit of cash or whatever, a bit of time, go and watch her. She's classy, she's amazing, and I think she's an excellent role model for any of our girls coming through. And the rest of their class out there on court for Swan Hill, I think, to me, I know I'm affiliated with a certain club. Swan Hill are my pick at this stage.
Swan Hill, you've heard it. Swan Hill's the pick. Swan Hill is the pick.
I'll take that up with Hayley Siddons when I see her at training.
Lake Boga.
Yes.
They've had ins and outs.
They've had a lot.
They've had a lot of outs. But from all reports, they're about rebuilding and moving forward.
And if they go about it right and they structure it right, it's the best way for go. And they've got Vicky Taylor at the helm of that. Now, Vicky Taylor's had a lot of experience with juniors throughout the years, and she'll be taking those juniors through to senior ranks. The biggest test for that is to make sure you keep those kids engaged in that environment and that competitive nature. Don't get the kids to not concentrate on the scoreline every week. Just get out there and have a red hot crack and work on your systems, work on your skills, and develop that culture of actually, being competitive. It won't come overnight for them, as long as they're really clear on their philosophy, what they want to get out of the year. I look forward to seeing them. And those kids are good kids. They've had success throughout their time as juniors, so they know what it takes. It's just at a higher level.
Now, the big movers, I keep hearing them all the time. They're recruiting Mallee Eagles.
Here it is.
They seem like they have got some players coming in.
The big talk in the off-season has been all about Mallee Eagles, and whether they want to be talked about or not talked about in a good way or a bad negative vibe about it, because apparently with their numbers that they've got, I love gossip in the off-season, it's excellent. They're talking 40-plus players for their club. Now, that is huge, given that they've already got a great list out there anyway. So for these newcomers coming into the club, for Amelia Bett, who I've got on Netball Central this week, so listen into that. It's a tough ask for her, but from all reports, she's got great people around her that can help her make those tough decisions and make sure that they're a really competitive outfit. They're going to be. Let's not look past that. They're players that they've got in out there. Taylor Anderson comes across from Golden Rivers at Idlemer, of course. Yep. She's a big in. Casey Bennett is back there, alongside with Melia in the court, like in the goals. It's huge. It's huge. Yeah. Kerrang, under the guidance of Caitlin Wright.
And she's a ripper, Caitlin. She's a great player, and she's going to obviously give a lot back to those younger girls there at Kerrang.
Can't speak highly enough of Katie Wright. She's born and bred through that club, and I've said it in the past, I've said it on radio, I've said it in wherever I ask, if anyone's wanted to ask. She's carried that club on her shoulders for a very long time, and she is now at the helm of that, and I'm looking forward to see what she does. She's tried to get a few girls back from past years, and I think that'll work well for her, because they'll truly respect how she's going about it for the club. So I look forward to that. We're going to play Kerrang this weekend, so I get first-hand look at that.
You sure do.
I do.
Now, Kunjuk Barham last. Kunjuk Barham Kahuna. So we'll start with Kunjuk Barham first.
Yep. They made big inroads last year. They were under the guidance of Leah Ryan, and she was trying to teach them exactly the right thing that they need to be taught, how to be competitive, how to put the game out there and to be won and give themselves every chance to win. And I think she did a fantastic job of that. I'm really looking forward to seeing their improvement. Again, the As Party girls across there. I don't know. I think they're a hidden package. I think they've got huge potential, Kundruk Barron, and they have done it over the past years as well. I just want to see them put it into a little bit more consistency, and then they've just got to be competitive. You've got to give yourself every chance. And I think the same with Kahuna as well. They've been under Sammy Drover for a couple of years, and Alira Holmes has moved on, unfortunately, for Kahuna. But those kids that are there, we saw Delaney Holmes step up last year. She's the shooter. I think if they can build a game around her as well, and they sat top 5 for the first 4 or 5 weeks, Kahuna. It can be done, and it can be done again, and I'd like to see them to really, really hone in on that and have a crack at it.
So there you have it. Gnomes has got the stories behind all the netball teams this
Gossip.
year. But it's going to be an exciting year. It's going to be a ripper year, and we're very fortunate to have a really great competition up in the Central Murray Football Netball League. So Gnomes,
thanks, Jocko.
Stay tuned with Gnomes for Netball Central on Saturday mornings with 13:32 3SH, and wishing all the teams all the best in 2017.